Hello, Patreon viewers. Welcome back to Majik Ministries. I'm Nina Diedrich, the Magic Mom. We're going to dive deeper into today's YouTube message. So, we got some pretty awesome cards for today. How about we do a little bit of a recap? So, we pulled from the Steampunk Tarot by Barbara Moore first. We got 4 cards in that. And they were the 7 of Cups, first of all, about our decisions that we need to make, right? And it was followed by the 3 of Swords, about us letting go and moving on. The Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. So, that tells me that we are definitely moving into a time period where we're going to have to make a lot of cut and dried decisions. And although we have a lot of options, we're going to have to choose. It may hurt some people's feelings. You need to not care about that, because right now the only feelings that matter are your own. But stepping into that Queen of Pentacles position, the knowledge that all abundance is yours, is difficult. And sometimes it involves getting a definitive message from the universe, which I think we are going to be getting. We did indeed pull quite the spread from the Sacred Traveler Oracle. We got Wondrous Universe, followed by Desert Passage, Grace and Gratitude in the Flow, followed by Gates of Triumph. We're going to go through each of these cards and read them individually, but first, I want to pull a couple cards. We're going to pull one card out of the Moonology deck. Tomorrow is the full moon eclipse in Cancer, so we do need to keep that in mind. And from the Moonology deck, our reminder from Luna is nothing is set in stone. The mutable moon. I like this. So let's read a little bit more about the mutable moon. So, the term mutable is all about change, shape-shifting even. Something that is still developing. This card indicates that something is indeed changing and there's room for maneuver. So take it as a sign that the situation you're asking about is far from finalized. If you're not happy with the current state of play, that's marvelous. It means you can still change the course of the outcome. However, there's also a sense that the situation could perhaps be a little unstable. For some, this is great news because you can still influence it. Others will struggle with the uncertainty, but should stay with it a little longer. Either way, nothing is set in stone. In order to attune to this moon better, say, I know that the best will unfold for me, right? Oh, I like that. And the universe agrees. My nose is itching like crazy. Okay. Additional meanings for this card are you're wandering towards your goal, and that's okay. Staying adaptable is the key to success for you right now. Make sure you're not being led astray. Have you ever become distracted? Time to focus and stay with it, whatever it means to you. The teaching of this card says in astrology there are 3 so-called quadruplicities: cardinal, fixed, and mutable. The mutable signs are Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Pisces. And when the moon is in one of these signs, you know there's going to be more flexibility in a situation. Anytime you pull this card, it suggests there's the opportunity to keep visualizing and affirming what you want, as there's still room for change. So think about what you want and enjoy the daydream. Ooh, I do like the incentive of enjoying the daydream, right? Okay, let's pull our Sacred Traveler book out. And let's dive into these cards. So let's start with Wondrous Universe. It was our first card that came out. So it says, you live in a beautiful and wondrous universe, Magic family. You are a beautiful being. Take time to see and cherish the wonders of life wherever you go. It transforms your life. There's a remarkable beauty within you. Simply acknowledging it allows you to surface even more. The time you take to create beauty in your home will manifest in your life. In Native traditions, walking in beauty means to honor all the natural cycles of life and to experience a sacred communion with the Creator in all things, including oneself. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know with this card, there's always beauty around you and within you. The Sacred Traveler constantly looks for and embraces the majestic, wondrous universe in all forms. You can hear it in the song of an early morning bird. You can smell it in the aroma of freshly baking bread, and you can see it in the way the clouds float across the sky. The more you seek beauty, the more it will find you, and the more you will find yourself in a beautiful world, which is ultimately what we all want to do, right? So, Desert Passage, to me, feels like something we're coming out of more than something we're going into. Let's see what it says. So, it says, trust that there is a divine plan. Even if it seems that life has areas of barrenness, beneath the surface, life is transforming in accordance with your highest good. Trust that you're guided, even if it doesn't always seem like it. There are spiritual guides, allies, and angels surrounding you. Listen with your heart. Act on your instincts. And believe that the messages you are being given are in your highest good. Get down to basics and trust what you feel. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know with this card, the desert path can seem like a vast wasteland. Yet, it is in the isolation that immense insights and intuition can emerge. In times of old, sages and visionaries retreated into the desert to connect more deeply with spirit. If in the past you trusted your instincts and then later it seemed to be a mistake, don't let that keep you from trusting your intuition now. Often those things that we thought were mistakes in the past, in hindsight, were the best things possible for us. As you open to your intuition, you will sense messages from and the loving presence of your spirit guides and ancestors. There is a potent plan for your life. Stop being a defensive wiener and trust. And have grace and gratitude, right? One of the most important commodities in your manifestation tool chest is going to be your gratitude and appreciation. So, the secret of expanding joy is to cherish the preciousness of life and everyone and everything around you. It's simple, easy, and so very powerful. Be grateful for as much as you can. Thankfulness is modern day alchemy. It can yield happiness, grace, and peace beyond imagination. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know when you draw this card, the secret to a remarkable, fulfilling journey is to allow gratitude to flood you at every juncture. No matter what twists and turns there are in the road, whether you are comfortable or uncomfortable, whether you are confident or unsure, and no matter what you are experiencing, even if your challenges seem insurmountable, feeling grateful will ease any challenge, replace darkness with light, and allow you to hear the chorus of the angels. Your entire life can transform when you take time to fully, deeply, and profoundly allow the grace of gratitude to fill you. And we all know that the grace of gratitude is the feeling of appreciation. Try to stay there if you can, right? Because that means you're in the flow, which is our next card. So, Magic family, it's time to let go of the shore and enter the flow. You're moving into a period of gracious ease and flow. All is unfolding perfectly and with good timing. Everything is falling into place because you aren't resisting the drift of the great river of life. Enjoy the ride. This isn't the time to try to control the events of your life. Let the Creator support you. You don't have to do it all yourself. The glory of the universe flows through you. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know it's not always easy to let go of the shore. However, this card is urging you to take a risk and let go. When you're truly in the flow, you don't need to push or exert effort to make things happen. You can flow around any obstacle. And if there is a situation in your life that isn't falling into place, let it go. It's not the right time. When you're in a state of flow, you aren't pushing the river to go faster, and you aren't swimming against it. You just enjoy the ride. If you aren't feeling the smooth current of life, it might mean that you're trying to control situations in your life, or you're being self-critical or judgmental. The way to move into flow is through gratitude and appreciation, and by allowing others and spirit to support and help you. Boy, these cards are kind of one into the other, aren't they not? So let's read Gates of Triumph yet again. Because it is our crowning glory in this spread, is it not? So, the gates of triumph are waiting to open deep and wide for you. Inner and outer success is coming your way. Thriving is a state of mind. Accept that you can reach any goal you desire, and even more victories will expand in your life. The more you feel it, the more love, prosperity, fame, and fortune will pour into your life. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know, arriving in a foreign hamlet, wreaths of flowers are placed around the Sacred Traveler's shoulders. The townspeople celebrate and honor the traveler, and the village elders know the challenges faced and overcome, and are welcoming with open arms. If a situation knocks you over today, get up and brush yourself off and discover what you learned. You aren't a failure if you fall down, only if you stay down. So keep going and believe in yourself. This is what true success is. Acknowledge your accomplishments in life. They are more than you imagine. Victory, good fortune, and triumph are at hand for all. So, walk in beauty. Trust there is a divine plan. Know that everything is smooth sailing. And through gratitude, joy expands. And so does success. That is a pretty awesome message for today. I think I'm going to pull one more Affirmators card to kind of tie all this together. What is one thing that we can do today to help us stay in the flow? Oh. And the card that flew threw itself on the ground. Trust. I trust that everything will be okay in the end, partly because I simply know it in my gut, but also because it's way more fun to live with trust and confidence than to be a defensive wiener, right? Amen to that. So that's a wrap, Patreon. I'll see all of you tomorrow morning when we hop on YouTube yet again for our next Magic Morning. And then I'll see you again here for the expanded version. Be well, everybody. Know you are loved beyond measure and that you are a light in someone's life. Mine. Bye, everybody.